Hi all, this is Maria Clark at Sweet Willow Designs and welcome to my studio. Today's project is taking Mandala Dot paintings or any of your artwork and converting it to a piece of jewelry. I take photos of all of my completed paintings and I like to use them in a variety of ways, and this time I'd like to show you just a quick and easy project with no resin, no glue, just jewelry findings. So let's get started. So I've got photographs that I've taken of my jewelry, and you could scan them in if you want, and I'm just using Microsoft Word, but you could use lots of other programs to just pull your photograph in. This is a word processor, but you could use other painting type programs, Photoshop if you have it, and bring that in, and we're going to size this, and you can see that I'll first crop it down just a little bit, so I want to take away some of that background and just crop it on all sides. I need a little bit of the background, but I don't want a bunch of excess, because I don't really want to waste the ink. And I want to keep, and the paint, the actual picture is actually going to be fairly small. This is a 1 1/4 pendant frame that we'll be using, so I actually want to get my photo down to that size, and you can see that I'm just selecting it and I'm converting the size. I'm going slightly larger than 1 1/4. I think I'm doing like 1.29 or 1.3, so that I could get it down to the size that I want. And then just make multiples of it. You know, it could mess one up, and I want to be sure that I've got some spares. So I'll go ahead and just duplicate those. And because this is reversible, I have two images that I'm using. And now I'm going to go over and print these. I originally printed on photo paper, but because this is double-sided, it was a little bit too thick. So I actually ended up printing this with my inkjet printer on plain paper. I did use a little heavier weight. I used 28-pound paper and just printed it on plain paper. And then I went down to the print quality, and I changed that print quality to best, so I get saturated colors, and I went ahead and printed it. Now these are the findings that I'm using. I found these at my local Hobby Lobby, and I'll put a link down for Hobby Lobbies online, but these were really cool because these are blank slates. They come in lots of different types and styles, but I didn't want to use resin and I didn't want to use glue. So those little finding pieces are little screw frames that have 2 glass pieces, and you can make a double-sided pendant. I'll also use a little bit of alcohol and a pencil and some scissors. These are the images that I printed out, and I will take one of the glass pieces, the glass inserts out, and I'll just place it on the image where I want it, and make sure I've got a little bit of a edge there, and I'll use my pencil just to trace that. It's really simple, and then it's just a matter of cutting it out. You want to cut slightly inside the line, but what I kind of do is just cut around it. If you have a punch, that would work great, but I didn't happen to have a 1 1/4 punch. So after I've cut it, I'll just put it on the glass, and if I need to trim, I can just trim up against the glass to get it to fit. And now I will just clean the glass with some alcohol to make sure it's really nice and clean, at least on the inside, and I will insert my 2 pieces of glass, so I'm sandwiching those images in between the glass, and just simply fit them into this frame. This is such a cool little frame because it's very simple to use. Now these I don't know how easy these are to find. I found these at Hobby Lobby, and I'll put a link to Hobby Lobby online to these particular items, and you can see if you can pick them up. I may try to buy some of these and put them in my Etsy store, but that's the only place I found them, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to find something similar. And then it's just got a little screw top. These kind of remind me of those coin frames, but it has glass pieces with it. And then you just screw the top on. That hole is really small, so I needed to add a jump ring. Isn't that cute? I just love the way this turned out. I mean, it's so pretty, and it's my own artwork that I've been able to convert to a piece of jewelry. So now I have the jump ring, and I'm just going to put that on and then thread through my chain. And there it is. That's as easy as it is. No resin, no glue. This was my last last two paintings that I did, and I just think it turned out great. I'm just in love with it, and I really enjoy wearing this. So here's a little close-up. Here's the other side. And then here's how the finished pieces look, front and back. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this really quick video on creating, turning your art pieces into a custom piece of jewelry. Thanks for watching, and thanks for joining me in my studio. Take care.